Good morning. Welcome Pedro Coelho, a CEO of Square Asset Management. A new, very important acquisition made in Spain, and is not usual to see Portuguese investor buying in Spain. Can you give us more details of the transaction Square is just closing?
We were looking for diversifying the portfolio, but not due to that, not losing return. In that sense, we are looking what are the DNA of Square, which is tenant covenant, long-term leases, and the higher possible yield and low price per square meter and location. And in that sense, it appeared an opportunity of a Carrefour portfolio that is spread in Andalusia and around Greater Madrid, and we look for that. It is a ticket that is a little bit no one's land, because it's too big for the family office and too low for the big investors. And so we make the offer, we enter in exclusivity, and we are going to close the deal. And I think it's very important for our clients that we diversify the portfolio, keeping in mind that Carrefour is the second strongest name in Spain on the retail food, and retail food is trendy at the moment. We are acquiring at a yield that is above what is possible to acquire in Portugal, and in that sense is also very appealing to buy that. Also, the tax regime in Spain is better than in Portugal, because as the transaction has VAT, we don't pay transfer tax. And so I think at the end, it checks all the boxes in the sense that we are achieving the best return for our clients.
10 supermarkets of Carrefour, 20 million euros is of course an important operation. It will be the first of more to see in future, looking in Spain.
Well, usually we say that the difficulty is to do the first one. So yes, then after concluding the first one, we would like to do more. Also taking in consideration that we look for tenant covenant, long-term leases, and don't going after what some of the seller sides saying that the yields in Spain are much lower than in Portugal. And so we prove that it is possible to acquire in Spain, even with higher yields that we are acquiring in Portugal. And that's what we're looking for, is to having return for our clients.
Square Asset Management runs the management of two open-ended funds. Which open-ended funds are these acquisitions for? And can we tell us a little bit about your open funds under management?
Well, we have, I would say, two completely different open funds. One is the biggest fund in Portugal, CA Património Crescente, that is around 930 million euros NAV without leverage. It's the biggest fund in Portugal, like 20 to 25% above the second one in the market. And it's the one that won the MSCI award over the last 11 years in a row as the highest return balanced portfolio. And we have been achieving a very good return. So in average, we beat benchmark 50% every year since the last 15 years. And it's very low volatile. And so this is the big guy, let's say, and this one is going to buy 8 supermarkets. Then we have, I would say, the baby in our home, which is the Property Core that is sold in Banco Best, a digital bank in Portugal, that's just launched 1 year ago, and it's very, I would say, small. It's giving the first steps now. It's around 17 million euros. And so this is going to buy 2 supermarkets, and the idea is that where there are positions that are overlapped, we spread the risk, putting, let's say, the 2 that are overlapped in the smallest fund.
One doubt is what is the cash positions to make new investments, and what kind of assets are you looking for?
First of all, we think we are very cautious on the investments and on managing the portfolios, because our clients are retail clients. So for you to have an idea, the biggest fund has around 26,000 unit holders today, and the smallest fund is already above 1,000 clients, so retail clients. In that sense, we should be even more cautious on managing the portfolio. And so we want very much to diversify the portfolio in sectors, in tenants, in geographies, in duration of contracts, etc., etc. So not forgiving, let's say, return, because it's open funds. So if we don't deliver return, the clients are going to exit to go into other competitors or even to equity funds and bond funds, etc. So we are also very careful on the cash, and so the law doesn't it is not mandatory to have a minimum ratio, but it used to be a 6% ratio cash every time. So internally, we have, like in our risk and compliance department, we have an internal risk that is 6 to 10%, and we are much above that level. So in the biggest fund, we have about 100 million euros cash today. And on the smallest one, we have like 5 million euros, but 5 million euros in a fund that is 18 is, I would say, too much. So we are always looking for new opportunities in all sectors, a part of residential, just because residential gives us lower income. A part of that, we try to still keep going with a diversified portfolio.
Pedro Coelho, many thanks for being with us. Exciting news, and we hope to keep reporting all the acquisitions of Square. Please keep with Ibérimo Grupo, Iberian Property, Vida Imobiliária, Observatório Imobiliário. Many thanks, Pedro.
Thank you all.